I'll just start it now, but then we can get our thoughts ready.
Go ahead.
Cool. Okay, so the first question, Zaza, would be, oh wait, what do you want me to address you as in the interview? Zaza's cool?
Zaza
That's what you know on papers as well, so I realized that. Yeah. Okay, cool. So Zaza, I just want to ask, what do you do in hospitality? You don't have to say what you do now, but you can say what you used to do as well. And how long have you worked in hospitality?
Okay, so I used to own a restaurant, and I used to be also a chef supervisor when I was in the hotel industry. Right now, what was the next question?
How long have you worked in hospitality?
How long have I been working? Oh my God. Ever since I graduated college, ever since 2003. Do the math. I'm kind of old.
Okay. What drew you into hospitality in the first place?
Well, I always wanted to be a flight attendant because I really love traveling. But then I guess my parents weren't like so enthusiastic about it because there was no business involved with being a flight attendant. So it steered me to culinary, which I kind of excelled on. So it was actually good because when I was in high school, I was actually dreaming of owning a restaurant myself. I just didn't know what type, but I just really wanted to be, the person who has this cool restaurant and this aunt who is very cool and all that. So yeah, I think that was it. That was the turning point. Like when I was in high school, I just I'm gonna take up HRIM as a course, and whatever I end up with, I will be happy. Like even if I didn't end up as a flight attendant, or even if I didn't end up as a chef, even if if I ended up being in the front office, I'll be happy. Yep.
Okay, cool. So basically, you actually like working with people, and that's why you did that, right? Or is that the people part? Yeah.
Yeah, I like. Well, I just took a personality test, and I think right now is the perfect time to do it. I mean, after my sabbatical and all that, I kind of know what I am as a person, and I actually got a defender. It says there that I serve people before I serve myself. So I think, yeah, I mean, it's a good match to be in the service industry, right?
Exactly. So you did an MBTI, yeah?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Okay, so my next question for you actually is, can you tell me a story, one of the most memorable incident that ever happened to you in work or in your business?
Well, there's a lot of things that happen with work and with my business. There's a lot of good and a few bad. Well, I guess I would rather focus on the good. There's been a lot of customers that they always go there because they feel, they go to my restaurant because they feel like they're at home, and the service that we give, they actually feel that they are welcome. And also, I had a customer who actually came up to me and asked me, like, can you help me with my husband? And I said, what help do you need? And she was like, I need to have a healthy recipes for my husband because he's sick. And then I ended up being their chef for a few months. I was recommending them some stuff, and I was trying to teach their housemaid how to cook, and they actually appreciated it so much that they were my loyal customers in the end. So yeah, That's a good one. I mean, for people to appreciate what you're doing is a big pat in the back, especially like in our industry. Like people don't usually appreciate our cooking or the way that we put our product out. I mean, there's a lot of steps for a dish to be made that they don't know. So yeah, people who appreciate your service. That's it. I think that was the most memorable thing when someone came up to me and like said that I appreciate your food concept. I appreciate the concept of your restaurant, that you use fresh ingredients and you don't use preservatives and all that. Yeah. I mean, people who understands you, they're rare in this industry.
I think
Especially if you're especially if you're a small business, they wouldn't really understand.
I think that is very true. And actually I think that is a very touching story, because to have somebody appreciate what you do all together, you know, and then come and ask you because they treat you as the expert, right? And because they see you as like the biggest expert of this this field of healthy cooking and like maybe sustainable cooking, and they came to you for help. This is the biggest compliment ever when it comes to anybody who is a professional. Right, whether or not, you know, it's hospitality, even if you're a doctor, you know, if somebody came to ask you like, hey, you know, I need a professional advice from you, you would feel like it's the biggest compliment because they come to you knowing you are the expert. So that's so great.
I didn't feel like I was an expert at first, but like she was really like, chef, this is so good, I appreciate it. And I was like, oh, through the roof.
Own it. Own your expertise. That's what we got to do, right?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a really nice story. Okay.
Thank you.
Next question would be, what is one thing in this industry that we are doing right now that you want to keep doing or you want to see to keep happening? And what is one thing that you would like to see change in the future? I know it's a big question, but
it's a controversial question.
Yes, but let's start with the one, the good one that we want to keep doing first, and then maybe we can talk about changes for the future.
I mean, in this industry, we have a lot of contact with a lot of people. I mean, it's different per style of industry. I mean, if you're a bar, people go there to have fun, and actually sometimes to just have a drink and talk to the bartender. I mean, that's a good, you know, it's kind of a relationship with our guests. In the hotel industry, it's like you go there because you want to feel pampered. I mean, that service that we give when we're in the hotel and the feeling of the guests that they are getting pampered, that's something personal that I think I don't want to lose, especially now with what's happening. I mean, with the coronavirus, with this COVID-19, I mean, the interaction is not good anymore. I mean, we are robots now, and it's as if we have a border, or like we are protecting ourselves from another. But in our industry, we are, you know, we are touch bases. We need to touch them, not physically, but also like, you know, when they feel like, oh my God, they did that to me, that's so special, I appreciate it and all that. I mean, how are we going to have this type of connection now? How are we going to, you know, do that type of communication now with our guests? I mean, with the border, with the plastic, with the cover and all that, with the mask, how are they going to see that we are smiling, that our eyes are, you know, we're looking at them with appreciation or with sincerity? I mean, how are we going to do that now? I think that's the key because that's the reason why we're here, right? Because we want to serve them and we want them to appreciate what we're doing for them. Yeah, the ones that I don't want to keep,
or rather we want to change. Yeah.
we want change. OMG, we want to change. I think a lot of people now understands that our industry is hard. I mean, we were frontliners. Some of our colleagues are frontliners now. Even if you don't consider like the grocery stores in our industry, I think they are in our industry because they are service. They're giving service to the people. I mean, we never appreciated these people before, but right now they're the key to our success, to our life. I mean, even the delivery people, they are part of our industry. We appreciate them so much right now, even if this industry, the delivery industry, is taking so much from the business itself. I think people would understand now how important our industry is. I think how I don't know how to explain it, but sometimes people would just take you for granted. Like, this is kind of controversial because I know a lot of people who do this. I mean, I need these food bloggers to be gone. I need them gone in my life and in this industry. Because they don't really convey the importance of our industry. They just say, this is good, this is bad, or even like the how do you call this? The like Zomato and all those stuff, like where they rate you. I think we shouldn't be so critical with the service that we get because we don't know what happened at the back. These are the things that I want gone in this industry. Like, why are we getting 3 stars with people who got angry just because we forgot something? You know what I mean? I don't know if you understand my thinking. I don't know how I'm going to explain it to you further. But yeah, these are the people that kills our industry, especially small businesses. It's as if they never get a chance to actually express or to actually prove themselves because of these apps, because of these bloggers, influencers that put us down. Because there's a lot of food bloggers here in the Philippines or in Manila that would just say, this is good, this is bad, this is delicious, this is not delicious. I mean, a lot of, especially now with fake news and everything else, it's just bad. I think for me as a chef, that's just like a stab in my heart for someone to just say in one word that my food is bad, and they never really tell me why it's bad. They just said it's bad, that's it, and then they're gonna give me 1 star in this rating app. I think that's not a good idea. They should appreciate us more. Yeah.
Okay. So what I'm hearing, Zaza, is that you would wish that the people working in hospitality, whether or not they are frontliners or people at the back, to be appreciated more, so that we understand the value of what is being served on a dish in your case, or and if they do have any feedbacks, to always come back to the business owners, or always to come back to, let's say, a restaurant manager to tell them, hey, what could have been done better, instead of a passive, aggressive attitude to reviewing. Yes, I completely agree in many ways. But in other ways also, one of the things I always say, we cannot change the way people want to behave, and we cannot change the way people want to act or think or say. But whatever we can change always starts from us.
Exactly.
That's exactly, one thing that I have been preaching, or rather saying to many people, it's that, yes, there may be a lot of things that's happening, and people will, for controversial reasons, they could just say one word, terrible service. But then it might not even be true, even if they had the best service of the night, but they decided that they wanted it. So we can't control that. But yeah, I understand where it's coming from. Life is not fair. But we've only got to be accountable to our own actions. I think that's probably it, and one thing about our industry I really love is that we get to touch each person's heart individually, and with a review from somewhere, but somebody else says, no, that's not what I experienced, it might change the whole cycle, and this person might be not credible anymore, just because we are very accountable to what we do. But I'm very glad to hear that. I think the whole influencer cycle will not end, unfortunately.
Oh my god.
We just it
really won't, because that's there.
Yeah, we gotta work with what
You'll never know. Maybe I'll be an influencer too. What? No.
You can be a positive influencer.
I can be a positive influencer. Exactly. Okay, that is good. Yeah,
cool. Okay, so we have one last question. This is actually my favorite question in the whole interview. So if you had one word to describe your core value in the hospitality work, what would that word be?
Oh my god, core value. I have no idea. I didn't read this part. Wait, I'm not.
How do you conduct yourself in hospitality? Like, what is that one trait or that one behavior that you always do, just to describe yourself?
Wait, I have to think this through. Because I've always been the type of person who would actually like to impress people, which is not a good trait. I hate it when they're not like.
How do you impress people? What do you do to impress people?
I just go over what they expect all the time. So that's not a good trait. That's not really a good trait.
Not a good trait? I think that is a very good trait. It's just that we need to find a one word to describe that trait, right?
Yeah.
Like, it could be determination, it could be excellence, it could be, it could be intuitive.
I haven't been in this industry for a year, so that's gonna.
What's one word that you would to describe yourself?
Well, there's a lot of people who wouldn't really agree that this is me, but I feel that it is me.
What is it?
I don't know if it's a value or what, but I try to see the positive light in everything, especially now.
So optimism.
Optimism. Yeah.
I think that's a really good core value.
I mean, and not a lot of people would say that I am that. One moment. So again, let's start from the start. Optimism.
Yeah.
Optimism.
Cool. Okay. Thank you so much
Yeah.
for that. I think that is
Thanks.
fantastic.